little vain girl. I'm gonna shave my head. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna break up with you. Hello, I'm back. Today I'm gonna talk about my personal projects. I'm gonna share with you 3 of them, and I think that's enough for you to know like moral of the story that I realized after I've been doing all these stupid crazy things. 8 kgs in 4 to 6 weeks. The bullies actually came back to apologize to me. He started writing me letters. The last project is, what if I become bald? What if my long, beautiful black, okay, it's not black anymore, okay, and I tie up my hair because this is my day 3 hair. But I was like, what if I become bald? So this happens when I actually never thought of shaving my head because I love my hair so much. I used to be quite a little vain girl. I was accompanying 2 of my friends to an event called Hair for Hope. It's a charity event. It's kind of like you pay $20 for the charity, and then you would queue up with a lot of people who are also volunteering to give up their hair, and they would just shave it all off. And it's not like short hair, you know, it's totally like bald. That period of time, it was before when I was going into uni. I remember just being in a place where there's nothing to lose. I didn't queue with them because I was just looking at them, and the whole way before they cut their hair until after they cut their hair, and I was asking them, oh, how do you feel? Do you feel differently? Or blah blah blah. And they were pretty fine about it. And something just struck me, like, you know, I have nothing to lose. Why not just shave my hair and see how like differently the world will treat me? So I called my father. It's so funny, I don't know why I decided to call them. Maybe it was like a very big decision for me, and of course it will like shock my family. So I called my father. I was like, hello Papa, yeah, I'm gonna shave my head. And then he was like, why do you have a lot of things on your mind? Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Long story short, I ended my call with my dad, and then I called my boyfriend. This is the plot twist, guys. So I called him, and I was like, hi boyfriend, I'm gonna shave my head. And he's like, no, if you shave your head, I'm gonna break up with you. This is exactly what he said, guys. He's gonna break up with me if I shave my head. And I was just like, okay, sure, if you want to break up with me after I shave my head, go ahead. I think at that point of time I was just thinking like, what the fuck, like, it's for a group charity event. No matter how much you love me for my looks or for my hair, you should not have said that. I think he was really against the idea of me shaving my head because he was afraid that I'm gonna turn ugly and he's gonna like not love me or not like me anymore. I remember the first thought was just that, oh, I feel so light now. I can turn my head so fast that there is no inertia or resistance to my hair. I'm pretty sure my hair weighs more than like 1 kg. Okay, maybe not. Maybe around that. And I just felt so free. And the whole entire cycle of growing up my hair was very long and arduous. And it was very interesting because I've known friends who have shaved their hair for charity good, or they just shaved their head for fun, and some of them actually got stopped outside the girls' toilet, and I was very afraid that that would happen to me. Luckily, nobody stopped me when I went to the toilet or whatsoever. There was one time though when I was at this Hong Kong restaurant being a waitress, and I was cleaning some stuff. A lady behind me, she was a customer, so she tapped me and then she was like, Xiaoti, can you clean this up for me? So basically she just called me a young lad, and then I turned, I was like, oh sure. Then she looked at me, she was like, I don't know if she realized that I was a guy, or maybe like she just thought like, oh, I was a guy with boobs, and my boobs are not small. The Hong Kong restaurant brought me quite some nice memories, so even though I have my head shaved, there was still this chef who was oh my god, okay, my phone almost went no bad. I was saying there was still this chef who was like trying to get my number and all, even though I was bored. When I was applying for another part-time job, the recruiter who also tried to get my number, he was asking if I wanted to wear a cap at work, if that would make me feel more comfortable. But I remember it was for a charity cause of like raising awareness for children's cancer foundation, so I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, unless they are the one who requested for me to like put the hat on, I wouldn't, because the whole point is just to show everybody that it's fine and it's normal to be bored, no matter if you have cancer or not. Yeah. And one very shocking fact was that adults actually don't tend to discriminate me as much, whereas kids, children, now that I think of it, yeah, maybe it was the materials that they have read through, or it was their school materials, textbook, whatever, workbook. Maybe all the girls in the materials have long hair and not like short or no hair. They would laugh at me, they would point and laugh at me because, you know, they're like not aware of themselves. And they would kind of like just be very surprised when they look at me. They would just like look like when I walk past, and they were just like, they are very not used to it, and it kind of just shows us, or show me, that whatever our education has been putting in their mind is there's definitely a stereotype in the textbook and workbook. So this, how I became fat, how I became emo, and how I became bored. If I would just look back at it, now that I can tell you, the moral of the story is really just, you are what you believe. Whenever I start these projects, I get very into the role, and I would just tell myself that I am like that. No matter if I have new friends or old friends around me, I would just like act out my character. Fake it till you make it. And after these 3 projects, I just realized what I can do to myself and my body and my brain and my heart and my soul of like what happens if I set my mind to do something. I kept on doing this for the next few years for my personal growth, and it definitely helped a lot, like a lot you can never imagine. If you are planning on doing one of these personal projects, I would totally recommend you to do so for the better of yourself. Okay, don't be like me and just think like, oh, what if I'm fat, and then I'll just be a fat girl. I mean, you can do that if you're confident of getting back to your own original self, or if you're just carrying out a social experiment. But let me just tell you that when one project ends, at least for me, it kind of remains as a huge part of me. For instance, before I started the fat project, I don't eat a lot even. Maybe I eat slightly below average of the recommended portion. Now I eat a lot because I think my stomach has really expanded a lot after that period of time, you know. And even after my emo project, you would think that it's easy for me to just regain back to my cheerful and bubbly self, the girl who lives in the fairy tale. No, it's not. I became the outcast of my JC class. I think a huge part of it was also because I realized how comfortable I was being all emo and alone. So it has a long-lasting effect to your personal project, or to my personal projects that I've put myself into. I just want you to know that there are actually repercussions in how you carry out your personal project, or how long you do it for. Your friends, your family, whatever may change, your boyfriend may change. For me, it definitely helped to shape my character a little differently every time I carry out one of these personal projects. I went on to carry out more projects of like, what if I'm confident, what if, you know, I'm a mean leader, which is a very funny story as well, or what if like, you know, I'm this and that. Even until now, in my next job, I'm probably gonna carry out another personal project. I hope this video inspires or at least help you to gain a little insight of what you can do with your own life or what kind of projects you can carry out to yourself. And I would just like to say that you are really what you believe. If you haven't realized it already, you can try and carry out one of these personal projects. Just make sure that you really stuck to it and you really play your part to act like it and you are really into the role, because then what's the point of having a project or like a social experiment to test out things that would do differently if you are too afraid to carry out the changes yourself. Thanks for watching, guys. Looking back at my own self-discovery, I really enjoy talking to you about this. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in 5 days time. Bye.